Hi there, Senior English. Welcome to week 732 of distance learning. I'm excited to be here with you guys as always, and I hope you're watching this video before the week starts and before you start doing your work. This week I wanted to get into spoken word poetry. You are probably familiar with spoken word poetry, also going by slam poetry. During your last 4 years at Boca High, it is likely that one of your teachers at some point has brought you to the poetry slam at school. So we're going to be diving into that this week. I'm keeping everything light in regards to the amount of work that you guys have to do. I created a PowerPoint for you to go through. On Thursday, you will have a quiz on that PowerPoint. That quiz is going to open at 8 a.m. on Thursday and close at 8 a.m. on Friday. Now, we had a couple of problems with this most recent quiz. There were some students who, since it's a Google form, Google grades it. So there were some students who did the quiz late, and the problem is that I don't have it. Google Forms doesn't grade your quiz when it's late, and I don't have access to the quiz. I can't go in and hand grade it. I can't see that you even did it, except that it says submitted late. So I'm currently waiting for an email response from tech support to see if there's a way that I can get around that. So if any of you have an NTI for that last quiz that we did, and you did it late, I'm working on getting those grades in. But for this grade this week, this quiz this week, you need to complete it within the allotted time frame so that you can get your grade on time. And then also what I've done is I've compiled 4 quick examples of YouTube videos of slam poetry or spoken word poetry performances. I have a couple of questions that I want you guys to answer after watching all 4 of those videos. They vary in subject matter. I want you to answer those questions in a private comment, not a class comment. So I'll be able to see who listened to this video and who didn't based on those responses. We're still going to be doing those daily attendance questions. They've been making me laugh. They've been bringing me joy. They've been making me smile. I've related to a lot of them. I've responded to a couple of them that really spoke to me. So keep it up. I'll compile some more later this afternoon for you guys to complete this week. Now, I know this week was a bit of a tough week for you guys. We got a lot of news from the superintendent about graduation. So I got an email from Dr. King, who sent this to all of the teachers in the school. You may have heard about it already, but I just want to give you some highlights. So, graduation. No final decisions have been made at this time, with the exception of not using the fairgrounds. There is talk of a virtual graduation ceremony or pushing the date back until later. Both July and December were suggested dates, but of course it all depends on when large gatherings are once again allowed. So this is just what's going on right now. There are no final decisions. Everything that I just said could go out the window in the next couple of weeks. But I do want you guys to know that the reason that they had to cancel graduation was because they need to cancel any contract events at the fairgrounds 30 days before in order to get their deposit back, I assume. And that would be, they made the decision 30 days before the first Palm Beach High School graduation was set to start. In addition, there have been talks that the state is going to use the fairground for a coronavirus testing site. So that also, from what I've heard, will be playing into it. As far as your senior checkout in the last day, I've gotten a few texts about that. Now, what it says here is right now, it sounds like May 15th will be the last day for seniors who are on track to graduate. This is a later date than originally announced, so teachers would have the flexibility to assign less work. Those not on track to graduate would stay until they are or until the end of the school year. Now, there are a couple of things I want to point out here. Right now, it sounds like on track, right, says right, on track to graduate. Just because you heard that graduation was canceled doesn't mean that everybody is going to get a high school diploma mailed to them. You still need those credit hours, and you still need the required GPA in order to graduate. So if you don't fall under that list, you still need to be working hard, submitting your assignments in my classroom so you can boost yourself up, and you can get that graduation certificate, your diploma. She also said teachers would have the flexibility to assign less work. Finally, those not on track to graduate would stay until they are or until the end of the school year. I know that none of you guys want that, so keep emailing me, keep texting me, keep letting me know what you need help with so that we can work as a team to make sure that you're on track to graduate, and I'm happy to do that. If you have any additional questions about the senior school year or announcements that the district is making, feel free to contact me. I will, as promised, always keep you in the loop with news that I hear from Dr. King or any other reliable sources that I have. I think that's about it. So the big points that I want you to take away from this week are do your quiz on time so that I can get that grade in the grade book. And keep making me laugh and keep making me smile with those check-in attendance questions. I am happy because some of you guys were able to talk to me this week with pictures of what you guys are doing, what you're excited about, what's going on in your life, and that really means a lot to me. I will try to check in with you guys in the same way, maybe send you some pictures of my dogs. I planted a lot of vegetables this week. I'll keep you up to date with those sprouts. And that's about it. So I miss you guys. I love you guys. And I hope you have the week of your dreams.